How's it going, guys? Mask here, and today I want to show you this deck I've put together to farm level 30 Bakura. I've kind of jumped ship on level 40. Unfortunately, most of the decks that we've managed to come together with as a community for level 40 are just not consistent enough. I know I came up with a couple myself, and I do apologize. They don't work. They work when they work, but they really don't when they don't. And it is what it is. We all just tried our best on the first day to put out the best deck we could come up with, because everyone wanted to start farming the event. But that being said, I do have one more level 40 deck that I plan on testing some more and then showcasing. But for now, I have been focusing on level 30. I think we're somewhat in the closer to the 3 millions now. I've ran this deck. This deck in particular, I've ran about 10 times. I've only lost once with it. It's been doing extremely well. I'll go over the deck list for you guys. We'll jump in there and kind of talk about what we got going on. The core of the deck is obviously the six dinos, and sorry, this is an extremely cheap budget deck that almost everybody should be able to make. And immediately you're going to say, oh, there's Blazing Apache. This is not a necessity in the deck. Instead of Blazing Apache, you can put in a Hunter with the 7 weapons, and that'll work perfectly for you. We are running 3 copies of Crawling Dragon, 3 copies of Two-Headed King Rex. Very easy cards to get your hand on. These 7 beaters, Blazing Apache or Hunter with the 7 weapons, is the core of the deck. Getting your hands on them and then constantly clearing Bakura's side of the field. The strongest monster stat being the 1800 defense on a Ghost with the Fled Dreams. Easy for you to beat over. And then we're using a Blazing Apache is better than a Hunter with the 7 weapons slightly, because it synergizes with Order to Charge, which we are using to deal with the necrofear threat. So we're getting rid of necrofear by using Order to Charge. Blazing Apache, yeah, obviously being able to do that. And also, when Bakura uses Exchange on us, if we have Blazing Apache in our hand, which you'll hold on to, it's your lowest priority summon. It's what is chosen for an exchange target instead of your dinos. And then when he gets the Blazing Apache, he goes, oh, well, the dino's stronger, and he just sets it. So it's not even a threat. It doesn't set us back anything. Otherwise, he'll take another one of your dinos, forcing you to trade your dino you currently have on the field and summon a new one. So like you end up having to use 3 dinos in that scenario. Anyhow, so the end game of the deck, with the 6 dinos, we're obviously running Polymerization. We're going to get out Brachioradus, and our end game is 1 copy of Brachioradus on the field, a Blue Eyes White Dragon, which we tribute summon, and Piranha Army. We're going to Roku onto the Blue Eyes, Gift of the Martyr the Blue Eyes onto the Piranha, and at that point Piranha will be over 5k. Brachioradus will clear the last remaining potential monster out of Piranha's way, and then Piranha gets to direct attack. This bypasses having to run Secret Pass to the Treasures or Trap Jammer, because Bakura's trap card Call of the Haunted becomes absolutely useless because there's no other target to redirect Piranha at. The only other thing left in the deck that we do have to worry about that is a threat to us is Amazoness Chainmaster. Is Exchange, and we're running 2 copies of Amazoness Chainmaster. They draw into it early and hold on to it and get our Blue Eyes back, because that's the only really bad scenario, is if we have Blue Eyes and Bakura uses Exchange, which should happen 50% of the time. It's a race. It's a 50% chance that Bakura draws Exchange first, 50% chance that we draw Blue Eyes first. And if we draw Blue Eyes first, Blue Eyes will be your Exchange target. Now, I shouldn't say it's a 50% chance it doesn't go our way, because there's also the scenario where the second Bakura has successfully summoned Necrofear, and we eliminate it with Order to Charge. At that point, it's free game for us to get Blue Eyes on the field as fast as possible, as well as Brachioradus. So there's a chance that the percent get knocked down from 50, probably like a 40 to 43, 45% chance that it doesn't go your way, because we can summon Blue Eyes in the opportunity where you did draw Blue Eyes first and he hasn't drawn Exchange yet. You could potentially summon it on the field and get it out of harm's way. Anyhow, Amazoness Chainmaster, running 2 of them is also a very neat way to guarantee low life. The 2 of them lower our life by 3k in total. If you do manage to have to take a hit during the farm, simply don't suicide one of them, discard it. And yeah, so that'll get us down to 1,000 and lock in those extra bonus points. Jar of Greed, Crystal Seer, they're both in the deck because they're nice. Card draw, get through your deck fast, speed the farm up. They speak for themselves. So let's go ahead and jump right into the farm. Like I said, I've run it. This will be my 11th run on this running with this deck. I've only lost 1 time, And it was because Bakura played a Fiend turn 1, turn 3, and turn 5, and I killed them turn 2, 4, and 6 respectively. So on turn 7, he was able to special summon necrofear, and at that point, I had drawn into we had our 4 original cards out of the deck. I had drawn into 4 more, so we had 8 cards, and I had not yet drawn an Order to Charge. So it's very improbable that he's going to be able to go Fiend, 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 and necrofear, and at that point you have not drawn an Order to Charge. Like I doubt it will happen to me again, even in the next 10 games. Because we also have card draw taken into consideration. I'm going to get to rotate this Crystal Seer through. So it's not only going to be 8 cards, 2 Crystal Seers. And I'll probably get a chance to rotate them both before that turn 7. So it's not only 8 cards will then have gone through. We'll have gone through 8, 9, 10. We'll have gone through 12 of our decks. Yeah, at that point we'll have gone through 12 of our deck's 20 cards. If we haven't drawn into one of our Order to Charges at that moment, then it's just an extremely improbable outlier loss, which you will get. And there we go. Like I was saying, Order to Charge statistically should come up in your first 7 cards because you're running 3 copies. But, I mean, we've all had those games where we bottom deck. Actually, I just had it about 2 to 3 attempts ago, and I was lucky not to even lose because of this, because Bakura also bottom decked necrofear. 3 of my last 5 cards were Order to Charge. I was just like panicking so hard. And I drew it, and it was all good. I was like, oh, that's convenient. With your Crystal Seers, obviously your card priority order, you prioritize your first Order to Charge as number 1. You need to get an Order to Charge in your hand. That's your number 1 priority. At this point, actually, you do want another dragon as a backup beater over that Jar of Greed. Now, your first priority, yeah, is your first Order to Charge. Your second priority is Blue Eyes. It makes it extremely awkward, and this makes this deck extremely awkward if we bottom deck Blue Eyes. So you go ahead and hold off on that. He has exchanged. I'll finish the priority first. So then after that, I prioritize Chain Masters. After the Blue Eyes, you want to get both Chain Masters. You want to be able to use them. That guarantees you get the low life. And it's pretty much a smorgasbord after that. We don't really need anything else. Now, that being said, so Exchange has been used by Bakura. So at this point, we are ready to use our first Amazonas Chain Master. You don't want to use them both until after he uses necrofear, because during the turn that he summons necrofear, he has the opportunity to also summon a 4-star beater at the same time. And I'll get into explaining how we can work our way around this. Actually, this is one way right here. So, and now that we've summoned our first Amazonas Chainmaster, we can confirm he does not have another beater in his hand. So now we know he's top decking cards to play no matter what. At this point, it's safe to use the other Amazonas Chainmaster because we're not threatened by the possibility of him special summoning necrofear and summoning a 4-star beater in the same turn. Because what happens when he does that is we Order to Charge the necrofear, but then the other beater gets to hit us in the face. Would kill us if we're only at 1,000 life points, obviously. So that was neither a beater nor necrofear because he does have 3 fiends in the graveyard. Fiend, 2 fiends, 3 fiends. Yeah, so, and like I said, at this point we know he is top decking monsters to play. He'll always play if he can. So when we do get our other Chainmaster, we can go ahead and set it and just have it ready to die. Jurassic World can go back up. We can discard excess dinos, and of course his doll can go back in his graveyard. Roku, and it's like there's a good point to be made that maybe, or no, never mind. I do need the 1 jar. I want the 1 jar of greed in this build because it gets you that bonus 100 points for a trap activation. But it's also not a glossy card, so technically taking out the jar of greed to put in a glossy card is just the same. Like, you're just trading off 100 points here for 100 points there. And it could be argued that a third Crystal Seer is better than the jar of greed. So if you have the glossy points to afford to make that swap, which I do, and I'll probably will do for my own personal farm, extra Crystal Seers helps guarantee you draw into your second Amazonas Chainmaster much more consistently than having to run the Jar of Greed, because Crystal Seer will let you rotate through 2 cards, where Jar of Greed does let you draw 1. At this point, we still are waiting for the Necrofear to come down, so we don't want to play a second monster, because that then gives Necrofear a target to steal after the order to charge. We can drop a 2-headed King Rex. Still got 1 copy of each. Here's the Necrofear finally, and we know he just top decked it. He does not have a beater in his hand, so we aren't going to get hit by 2 things. We simply order to charge it. It's dealt with. And now that Necrofear is also gone, we go ahead and start getting Blue Eyes out. We start... we can do our fusion summon. Always take inventory of your monsters. We've went through 1 2-headed King Rex and 1 Crawling Dragon number 2, because you want to have 1 of each of those still left at any time for your fusion summon. Like this. I'm just going to go ahead and do it because you just can. Ooh, one thing to remember. Oh, he didn't do it. I remember he usually... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, one thing, he activates Destiny Board of Doom after you get him below 2,000 health and has Necrofear in his graveyard. That's a thing to keep in mind. It's sometimes not a great idea to... you got to watch how much damage you're doing to him. We should be fine. I think we will finish this farm off, hopefully, before that becomes a problem. Hopefully. Oh. Okay. Saved by the summon of Earl of Demise. Whew. He didn't go for Ectoplasm there. He forgot to kill him with Brachio. And in hindsight, you know, I don't summon your Brachio this early, because it limits your options for doing damage to the enemy. Now hold on. 2. I'm gonna draw. Bam. Oh, we're gonna be 1 card away. We don't have to do our endgame 1 card early because I messed up. Don't summon your Brachio early. You're just gonna do too much damage to Bakura, and you're gonna pop his Destiny board. I totally had forgotten he even does that. It's only happened to me 1 other time, when you force him to activate Destiny Board of Doom. So at this point, we might actually have to stack a lot more than I even think here. I think we're gonna have to win on this turn. Yeah, we have to win on this turn, or we lose. So we're not going to be... No, see? Normally I would go bam, then summon Blue Eyes. So we have to win on this turn. Piranha's got to come out. We're okay. Like we're not going to get... unfortunately, we're not going to get over 10,000 damage, because Brachio can't pump us up that much. And you know what? I'm okay with this too. I like making mistakes when I'm recording these, so you guys can see the mistakes that can be made while you're doing this farm, and it helps prevent you from making them yourselves. So obviously, what we learned from this is don't summon your Brachio early. I got greedy on that. Make sure you have a weak Dino on the field. So you can summon it early, but make sure you also have a 1900 on the field so you can use it to do the killing. It just prevents Bakura from losing unnecessary life points. The only time Bakura should lose life points is when he summons all of his 3 Malice Dolls in attack mode. That's 1600. He should only take 3, 6, 900 damage in total over the course of the duel, and perhaps an extra 400 because he'll summon like an Infinity Dark in attack mode on turn 1. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he shouldn't take more than 1300 damage, but it's because we summoned the Brachio that he ends up taking so much more. And I guess sometimes we do the Crystal Seer baits, but as long as you're only hitting him with Crawling Dragon number 2s, monsters with 1900 attack, he will never get low enough that you have to face this Destiny Board of Doom threat. It was only because we made that mistake. So we're going to be missing out on the Tribute summon, which is worth 300 points. We did do the special summon and the fusion. We're missing out on the Tribute summon and over 10k damage, which is worth 1200. So we'll just go through. We got Comeback, we got Low Life, few cards left. Sorry, so we also didn't draw to the end of our deck, and that I don't remember exactly. I think few cards left is worth 5, or low cards is worth 500 total. That's 300 we missed out from there. 10k damage is another 12. That would be 1500. We're supposed to destroy 10 monsters, and that would be... Already lost track. Blech. We didn't get a tribute summon. That's 300. We missed out on 1200 from the not getting 10k damage. That would be 1500 of missed points, and another 300 from the few cards left. 1800 score we missed out on. That would bring us to 8200 in total, with only 600 cards in glossy. Or there's missing a couple there. I'm just gonna run this one again. Like I said, we obviously messed up. You guys saw this. I know this farm, base score of this farm is actually the bottom card trap. No, the base score of this farm is 7,800 points. It scores extremely well. We made a mistake. Like I said, don't summon Brachio without having an extra 1900 dino on the field to do your killing with. And let's hope this one goes a little better. That being said, it's also nice to have a farm deck that's got a little bit of leniency to it. When you do make mistakes, you don't just brick it right away. That's always nice, because when you're just doing mindless grinds, which we will be doing, I'll be burning through like a couple thousand dice with this deck over multiple hours. I'm obviously going to make many mistakes in that time period. There's our Order to Charge, our Apache. Those are two beautiful cards that already have our hands on. I do prefer not having to play the Apache because like I said, it sucks up the exchange nicely. Oh well, though. Point could be argued that by playing the Apache, you're saving all 6 of your dinos to further make sure you're always going to have one available, or 2 of them available for your fusion summon. With defense mode, Malice Doll. That is because he does not have an Ecto in his hand. That's the only time he'll do that. Or maybe it has to do with the fact that Crawling Dragon is 1600. No, he even summons an attack mode Malice Doll when you have like a Blue Eyes on the field. So it just means he doesn't have access to Ecto. Or can't play it because all his cards are set. That's funny. There's Gravelstorm though. That seems like such a random thing for his AI to do, because he went by like 3 turns without doing that first. Sometimes I just do not understand Bakura. We do have both of these Chain Masters in our hand. No, we want to wait though. We got to wait until after the exchange happens, or at least a handful of more turns have went by. Oh, here's Necrofear. Beautiful. This pretty much eliminates our main threat that we're always worried about. There is no, with only 1 card left in his hand, he shouldn't have another 4-star beater. I feel like he's been summoning one every turn, so we don't really know for sure that that's not one. Probably not. No, it's not. Perfect. So we don't have to take the hit. Discard a card. Well, we don't need the Order to Charge anymore. I'm going to set one of my Chain Masters. Now that Necrofear is gone, we do need to cycle through both of them, but we also need one of them to potentially save our Blue Eyes from the exchange. It's still that neck and neck race. Oh, kind of want to go through both of those. See some monsters appear soon. Decent ones at that. Inventory his monsters. 1 Malice Doll. Oh, we're laughing. He's got... Oh no, there's removed from grave ones though. 2 Malice Doll and 2 Infinity Dark. So there's a 3rd Malice Doll and a 3rd Infinity Dark in the deck, both of which can kill Amazon's Chain Masters, so we should be alright. I'm actually just going to go like this. Maybe a bad idea. Worst case scenario, we just don't use our 2nd Amazon's Chain Master because we just don't need to. Everything in this deck here, we have one of those in the field. We shouldn't lose him ever, so I could actually just discard this guy. Necrofears. Oh, we already have to, and we have to discard this one. Cool. Yeah, 1400. We'll take it. Actually, that is extremely awkward. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Because now we have to kill that, and he would have killed our Amazoness Chainmaster for us if we had not done that. We have to kill him, or we're risking... Oh no, we can just do this. Cool. Ooh. Making misplays left, right, and center. So the exchange now, we really can't take that because we need the life. We need the life for the exchange to actually get back our blue eyes, because we're gonna have to use that effect on exchange if he gets it in any of these next couple turns. That being said, so we have, like I said, or we have already dealt with necrofear, so we should be focusing on getting our blue eyes out. We can use this guy and the one in our hand. Still have that backup dino I keep talking about. Next turn, we'll go ahead and set Amazoness Chainmaster regardless. And then tribute summon blue eyes the turn after that. Back mode. He doesn't have another Malice doll, so it can't be killed. And then once Blue Eyes is out of our... Oh, and that's it. Actually, it's been so many turns since necrofear that we didn't have to worry about the exchange anymore. We should have just gotten our Blue Eyes summoned, and I forgot about that. So once necrofear is done, get your Blue Eyes out. And then once necrofear has been dealt with, you can get the Blue Eyes out, hold back on the YuGiOh summon, then you can have Blue Eyes on the field and a dragon. So then, on your you really don't need to summon YuGiOh until your very last turn. The only priority is getting Blue Eyes out of your hand so you don't lose it to an exchange. Here's the exchange. We'll lose the Crawling Dragon, which is totally chill. Doesn't hurt us at all. Piranha. Now we are going to... everything went perfectly here. Obviously, I messed up with... suiciding my Crystal Seer for whatever reason. I feel like I'm just getting tired. and therefore making my low life awkward. I couldn't achieve it with 2 Chainmasters. So we're gonna miss this farm. Will be missing out on only 500 points. This will be a 7,300 base farm, plus whatever glossy I have. I'll have no problem hitting it over 8k because we had so much glossy and prismatic cards in this deck. But this base will have been 7,300. We had 500 and 400 prismatic and glossy. That's 900. Yeah, yeah, so 7,300 points was this farm with no prismatic and no glossy cards. Add 500 to that because of low life, which you should get, and you have 7,800. Running a prismatic Blue Eyes, which we all got for free, and you basically need to summon it to complete the farm. That's 8,000. Like this farm basically bases at 8,000, which is beautiful. We're gonna go one more time. A nice third example in here. Maybe we'll run into a speed bump we can show off, which is always great. And I also just want to have a handful more examples in these farms, just because Bakura is so annoying, and you can see that it actually is working fine. This is my 11th, and that was my 11th and now 12th time using this deck. We've only failed once because of the deck so far. There's been half fails, as you've saw. Missed out on 500 points here and 1,200 points there because we messed up. Crawling Dragon number 2 is out. We got Order to Charge down. Malice doll, it's not that bad. Not summon any other monsters until necrofear threat's been taken care of. Oh, exchange, that'll be a little bit annoying. Always take playable 4-star monsters during exchange. And we've now seen his hand, so we know that he's top decking either 4 stars or necrofear. So we know that, but necrofear is not playable yet. So actually, I can't assume that now. until necrofear is playable, then we can make that assumption. And that just allows us to fearlessly use our Chain Masters. Exchange is done. We don't need the Chain Masters for anything now except for actually just getting low life. Yeah, so he very well could have necrofear in his hand now, but we don't know. Because necrofear would not be playable because he does not have 3 fiends in the graveyard. We do know though that he has no other 4-star beaters. That's a good thing to know. Here we go, and then if he has necrofear, he'll play it this next turn because there's 1 fiend. We're gonna end our turn and give him his 3rd fiend. Nope. Two extra copies of Order to Charge that we don't need. Yeah, so he definitely is top decking beaters now. So and we know he doesn't have necrofear, so we can use our Amazon's Chain Masters freely. And now one thing I do like to do in this situation when I have an extra Order to Charge, because my 2-headed King Rex are both glossy, and I know I haven't used one yet, just pop an Order to Charge on one, free up that field slot, because you never want to have those 2 monsters in the field pre-necrofear. And then you're still good. I still have the Order to Charge set. I still have a 2-headed King Rex. I still have a backup 2-headed King Rex in the deck, because this one is now Suicide fodder for OTC, so we're still going to be able to make the Fusion Summon. Different things you can do. That just boosted my score by a potential 100. Cool, and that will kill the Chain Master, which is great. There's the backup 2-headed King Rex. And actually, in this situation right here, I'm tempted to summon Earl of Demise, although I won't, just because it's not necessary. But it's also a vanilla card, and it would be able to OTC as well. Funny. Still no necrofear. Wow. Blazing Apache. Okay, Gravel Storm. It's not a big deal. We can discard Apache. Risks. Oh, we haven't played Blue Eyes yet, so I can put the Seer down. That's fine. Okay, we're back. I was like, oh, Nox. Nox seems to have completely frozen. Are we all right? I do have to kill this Ghost of Fled Dreams, though. I can't let him summon Ecto, which he will if he summons a second monster. So this Chain Master might get stuck. Oh. One face-up monster. Okay, cool. Good to know. That will I'll keep that in mind for the rest of these farms, which is why I set that. I did think it was one face-up monster, so our Chain Master is totally a-okay. Now here, this is a little awkward though, because of how late he summoned Necrofear and just kind of almost screwed us on that third last turn. We needed another monster on the field. Necrofear taking that away from us. We can't tribute summon Blue Eyes, so we're forced to. And actually, did I lose my last one of those dinosaurs? No. So the last card in this deck is one of them. So we have 1, 2. We can still make the fusion summon. We'll have to do it next turn. But this turn we have 2 options. We either have to. No, we have to actually summon Piranha this turn and just pray. This was unlucky in the sense that he summoned Necrofear so late essentially screwed us over. What I needed to have done is on the third last turn, I needed to already have I needed to be setting a third monster on the field and not just have the 2 set. And that would have helped us play around the necrofear there. We play the Piranha, and unfortunately, it's kind of a shot in the dark now. What does he have card-wise? 1 Infinity Dark, 2 Infinity Dark. So there's an Infinity Dark left in those last 3 cards, and if he draws it here, we lose this farm. And that is that's unfortunate. And I said, and I even did say, oh, you know, let's I should have set the Piranha, actually. There's no reason why I shouldn't have set it. Then there was a 50-50% chance the Infinity Dark would have targeted the Chainmaster instead. And there it is. And we lost. Oh, it was a 2 in 3 chance because the Doll of Demise there. Let's see here. I mean, there's not much we can do now. We can't really salvage this. I guess we can do the fusion summon with polymerization, though. I think we can still win. Ah, hell yeah. I'm even gonna get over 3k damage here. Let's do it. Well, if I'd done that in a way that I suicided Chainmaster, I still would have got low life as well. Oh well, because like I could have Roku'd the Chainmaster and then or buffed. Yeah. Oh, so not perfect, not perfect. Comeback victory. Yeah, so we're gonna get 5k. Oh, that's unfortunate because we're missing out on a ton of stuff. Cards were on the brink. We didn't get over 5k damage. We only got over 3k, and that's actually 2,500 points we missed out on. That would have brought us up to 7,500. And then we missed out on the Tribute summon, which was another 300. And there's gotta be there's other things missing in here. Anyhow, this is still, I mean, 3 farms, hit some speed bumps, didn't actually completely lose them. This is the deck I will be using to farm most of the rest of the event with. Level 30, it's on Rex, it's extremely consistent. When you stop making misplays and you're a little less tired than I am, it's even more consistent score-wise. I would say I even don't think, I mean, that's it too. Like, it takes a ton of playthroughs in order for these bumps in the road during your farm to come up, and then you know how to properly prepare for them and get around them. And I feel like none of these 3 farms, and only one of my last 13 have I hit a speed bump that the deck itself could not handle, and that was that necrofear summon on turn 7 when we had yet to draw into an OTC, which is going to be a rare occurrence. Up now, like I say, things I'm still working on. I'm working on a skill-less version of this farm, and I'm actually very close to being extremely comfortable with how I have that set up. There's one more level 40 deck that I want to check out and showcase as well. So that's what you guys have to look forward to. Thanks for checking this video out, guys. Catch us live on twitch.tv/MasKScarin. That's where a lot of the good stuff happens. You got Facebook and Twitter up there. They're going to let you know when new content's coming out, when we're going live. And please check out the Discord link in the channel, in the description down below. Come join our Discord channel. It's awesome. We hang out. We help each other build decks, give advice, and a lot of the brainstorming happens there too. We have patch launch parties. When the new patches come out, we'll all jump in a Discord voice chat and hash out how we're going to farm this guy, you know. But yeah, thanks for checking us out, guys. And don't forget, stay classy.